Superstar Inc. here, and today what we're going to be doing is a little recap of something. Oh, sorry, there was a noise at my door. But a recap of my Yosenju deck, but this Yosenju deck is a little bit different from the updated version. I'm just going to run through this real quick so I can jump into what I'm doing in the video. This deck is the one that I'm going to be bringing to regionals that's coming up on October 10th. So I just want to do a little run through of the changes I have made to the deck, and then go into the video that I actually was going to do today. Sorry about not posting on Sunday, something came up. I know. Today is Sunday, I didn't post Friday. So let's just jump right into the main deck, 3, 1, 2, and 3, basic. Let me get into the camera, there we go, sorry about that. Again, I don't use the camera very often, so bear with me. 3 Sujik, same as always. The 12? Yeah, the 12 Yosenjus that I play in the deck now, compared to when I was playing the, the Necro Valley build that I was doing beforehand, which was a little less consistent than I would want it to. So I switched over to pure Yosenju, so that it would be a little bit more consistent with the searchability and other things that I needed in the deck. So that's the 12 main Yosenjus, and then I got 1 Shinchu L. I thought I was going to take this out, but I put it back in for the sole purpose that my secret moves would always be live, and I would always have the opportunity to activate them in case my opponent activated something that I didn't want him to. So let me just zoom in here, because it is a little bit farther out than I would like it to be. And with this, I can have my my secret moves are always live with this card, and if my Yosenjus would be destroyed by something and I don't have a secret move, I can send this instead, and that's pretty good, so that I can keep going after my plays for that turn. So it's a pretty good card all around. I learned that a little bit late in the game, so my bad. But as you can see, I have new sleeves on these. I'm using Hypermat KMCs. You'll see I'm going to do a little video on that soon, so you'll see what I'm talking about later on. I'll probably post it on Monday, but we'll have to see. And then the double Fossil Dyna, because this card is just too good. It's a walking Vanities. Since we did lose Vanities, this card helps out so that I can have, 3 Vanities again, compared to the 1 that we had, because we had lost the other 2 copies. So, and the last card in the deck for a monster lineup is Thunder King Ryo. I know this is supposed to be Yosenju, and we're supposed to run a little bit lower of a monster count, but I just felt like it was necessary to run all these monsters, because 1, you needed all 9 of the Yosenjus, and then you needed the 3 Sujik, and then the Shinchu L, and then these 3 guys, because these are Vanities, and this stops Necros. And I'm expecting still a lot of Necros in the regionals on Saturday, but the thing is, this deck works really well around Necros, mainly because of the side deck and everything, but the decks that I'm going to be predicting to be at my regionals, obviously there's going to be, you got your Necros, you got your Shaddoll, and you got, what's the other one? I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but I'm also thinking about Psyframes are going to be there, because Psyframes are really reactive to Necros and all the top tier decks right now. Oh yeah, Burning Abyss, sorry about that. And Burning Abyss and stuff like that, so they can just stop, the top tier decks right now from playing, even though they're going to be a tier 2 deck, because they are reactive, they're not active by themselves. So, it's a give and take kind of deck, but they can be really, really reactive to the big decks in the game right now, so they're going to be there, obviously. And Cosmos are going to be there, and all that kind of foolishness. What? Oh, I was checking a card. Okay, next for the spell lineup, the 3 Yosen Training Grounds. As per usual in Yosenju decks, this runs 3. I might take it down to 2. I don't think I'm going to, but I need to main hate for the for regionals, so I don't know what I'm going to be taking out. I'm not going to be doing an updated video for the hate version. This is just a quick update for the deck that I'm going to be running in regionals. I don't know if I'm going to be maining the hate cards in my main deck, but we'll have to see what happens. 3 tanky free searches for your monsters, necessary in this deck because you need to get into your monsters as fast as you can. We are running a little bit higher of a monster count, but we still have trouble getting into our monsters because we do run a spell and trap heavy deck. Next up, we have our double swords. These are Hobby Collection. I don't remember what they're called. They are Hobby Lobby or something. I don't remember, but they're really cool looking, so I bought them. Double Bottle Duality for search power and draw power, whatever you want to call it. And Raigeki, because Raigeki is still one of the best cards to date. We got our triple secret move. Again, this is probably like the MVP of the deck. This thing can get you off into your plays. This thing can keep your plays alive. This thing can keep your opponent from activating things like Trish, as long as you have a Shinchu L on board, and this deck can search like crazy when you do get the right things, which is not too hard to get into, as long as you don't happen to not draw into monsters like myself, which happens quite a bit. And that's aggravating. Sometimes you just won't draw into monsters and just draw spells and traps, which sometimes can be good because you can draw into your tankies and, you know, secret moves and all those things that you need to set up. But sometimes you don't want that to happen because you know you need to advance in the game faster than your opponent can, depending on the game state. And you want the game state to be in your favor all the time, as does any other player in the game, but more so in this deck. Mirror Force, because Mirror Force, I feel, is still very strong, and if I can just clear boards like in Necros with this card, they can't respond to it because they don't run traps. I think they run all of, like, one trap nowadays for, like, the Clown build, but I don't think the Clown build is viable, really. Like, it's pretty good and all, but I just don't think most Necros players really want to play it because they want to stick their regular Necros, and two, it takes up spaces for other things that they can, that are just a little bit more viable than running the Clowns. We got our Double Phoenix Chain, you know, just really good card. We got Double D Prison, because, again, this card is still good, no matter what you say. Yeah, you can only clear one, but it's banishing it. It can stop them from getting back into it easily, like in the new, not new format, but in this format, how everything is very accessible out of the grave. And banishing things can be a problem for your opponent sometimes. Macrocosmos, because Macrocosmos is amazing. Vanities, unfortunately we lost the other two copies like I said before, but again, it's just too good not to run at least one of, so yeah, we got our Torrential Tribute, and we got our Compulse. I have a Secret Compulse, but it's in another deck right now. So that's the main deck. And we're going to jump right into the extra deck real quick. This video might be a little bit longer because it's 2 deck profiles. And the other deck profile, you'll see what's going to happen. We got one Stellar Knight Deltaros. Let me see if I can just zoom in a little bit more, because these cards are just gorgeous in the KMC oversized sleeves. Then we got our Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Bear. Zoom back out, because... oh, trees moving. Awesome. And then we got one number 82 Heartland Draco, and we got one Castell, guys. Finally got that Castell. I had like $22 in store credit, so I just bought one from my locals, and I just had to spend like $300 because of like tax and whatever. So yeah, I had to buy this. This card, one, is too good to not have picked up the tin, and the tin itself has some pretty good cards in it. I pulled like a Cliffort disc and stuff like that, and other things that are actually pretty good. I sold the Cliffort disc, but I didn't get to sell anything else. I also got 2 packs of High-Speed Riders when I was there, and I got like the Hot Red Dragon Archie and Abyss, and I got another super, the High-Speed Roid Red Eye Dice. It's right there, right next to me. It looks like a dice. I don't even know what it does. I didn't read it. I just know that it was super. So we got one Gagaga Cowboy, because Cowboy for game in this deck is just, it pops up a bunch, so why not run it? And we got one Gagaga Samurai. I've never made this card in my life. One number 50 Black Sheep of Corn, Best Dweller, because Best Dweller is too strong. Bujindai Katsuguchi, 101 Diamond Dyer, number 80 Papal Operative, Ragnar Zero, and we have ourselves a Harpy's Pet Phantasmal Dragon, because pushing for game with this 3 times in a row is just ridiculous because, one, it can't be targeted by attacks, and it can't be targeted by card effects, and you can keep poking for like 200 every time. I don't run Lightning Chidori because I cannot afford it, and I bought the tin, so I got Castell instead and a couple other cards that were pretty good, so I made my money back. But, yeah, I didn't get, Lightning Chidori because it's like 18 bucks for the Ultra. So, on to the side deck, we run the hate cards. We got our Gravekeeper's Commandant, or Commandant, or whatever you want to call it. We got our double Artifact Lancia to stop Necros. We got our double Necro Valley to go with our Commandant, so we can just say no to Necros, because I feel like Necros is still going to be very strong with even the reactive decks that are coming out to combat it, especially Psyframes, which I want to pick up, because, one, I love the art on them, like I said before, and two, I just think that they're cool. I want to make another Synchro deck, kind of like the Lightsworns, because they were very Synchro-based, the one I built. So I want to try getting into Synchros again. I was thinking of doing Yosenju Synchros, but one, I don't know how I would do that as of right now, and two, the deck profile, I feel like would just be drawing on the mass amount of Yosenju deck profiles I already have up on the channel. So yeah, that's pretty much the main Necros hate I have in the extra deck. That is all 5 cards, and then what we have is triple MST, because triple MST is not necessary. As you saw before, I'm not maining MSTs. That's because I needed space for other things. We got D-Fissure and Dark Hole, 2 Shadow Mirror, 2 Non-Fusion Area, because I feel like Ritual Beast is going to be there. If it's not, I'm taking it out and going to throw in Light Mirror. But as of right now, I feel like Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare is going to be here for a while. And, yeah, it's just a good card to have in the deck, on the side deck anyway, because it can work on Trish, Both Trishes, actually, because you can run both if you really want to. But, this card I just feel is good. But, yeah, double Shadow Mirror, and I'm going to try and get 2 Light Mirrors to combat Cosmos. I didn't have the time to pick up stuff at my locals, like Light Mirrors. I couldn't find them, and I didn't have time in between my matchups to go look for them. But I was able to get my hands on double Non-Fusion Area, so that's what's in here for the Ritual Beast hate, because the matchup with Ritual Beast is a little hard to get around, and if I have those cards, I can stop them. I don't have Imperial Iron Wall. I can get that off my friend, so that's why I didn't feel the need to have it in there, just in case I swap. So let's just run through the other deck profile I'm going to do. This is a double deck profile video, because one, I felt like it, and two, I thought it would be pretty cool to show you guys what I'm working on. As you guys saw before, I am working on Ritual Beast, and I have most of the deck now. The deck right now is in a very rough beta, or alpha, or whatever you want to call it, state, so in the comments, if you guys are gonna put, like, hate comments or whatever on the deck saying it's bad, it's because it's in a beta, and I just didn't have the time to pick up the stuff that I needed to. I kind of just put some stuff together, and because I mainly wanted to play it with my friends and stuff like that, so I just wanted it to be playable, quote-unquote. So, yeah, we got triple Elder basic, we got our double both of the other Tamers, and then double Pendulum Tamer, Zephyr and Pelica. So we got double Wen and double Lara. So, basic, other than Lara being at 2 and Zephyr and Pelica being at 2, those are going to be changed to 1 each because they do the same exact thing. So, to make space for other things. Again, this deck is in a very beta state, so just, bear with me here. So, triple Kanahawk, because triple Hanahawk is ridiculous in this deck, and the combos that you can go off into with him are very, very strong, as most people know if you guys have not seen them before. Triple Apelio, because Apelio, 1 is just a very good card when you can banish stuff that you use with Ulti Kanahawk's effect. If you guys don't know what Ulti Kanahawk's effect is pretty much you can banish, send to the graveyard, 2 Ritual Beast monsters, to search for a Ritual Beast card in your deck. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, so with Apelio's effect, you can banish a card from your graveyard as long as it's Ritual Beast. And all monsters that will... Let me just check again. My bad, guys. I haven't read like the specifics of the card itself. For the rest of the turn, all Ritual Beast monsters you control will gain 500 attack and defense, so... It's pretty much like... Since it says will, it says that if you pretty much fusion summon contact fuse, they most likely will get it. I don't remember the exact specifics. I went into this with my friend, but my friend, he applied for a judge status so he could, judge and everything at our locals and stuff like that. He knows a lot about the rules, so he ruled that we can do that. Mainly because my friend just likes to pull out the rule sharking stuff, but whatever. He plays the deck too, but he played it all of once, and I borrowed his deck for a while and just said that I wanted to play the deck, so I built it. A core of it, pretty much. Triple Rampengu, because Triple Rampengu is necessary. We got double Petalfin, second Petalfin's coming out. We got one Veiler, because that other Petalfin is supposed to be a Veiler. So that's it for the monster lineup. I know, again, the deck is in a very beta state form, so hate comments, I understand. We got double Upstart Goblin, which is supposed to be triple, but I don't have a third because, again, Upstart Goblin is very expensive. We got double MST. I don't know if I'm going to be bumping that up to 3. We got one Raigeki. We got a Forbidden Lance, Dark Hole, Book of Moon, Ritual Beast Bond, and one Foolish Burial. Okay, on to the traps. The traps are very iffy right now. That being because I only have 1 Steeds. This deck, pretty much the main plays go off of Steeds. If you do not have 3 Steeds, you are playing Ritual Beast wrong. As I am right now, I need 2 more Steeds for this deck. And the other card that I don't have is, I don't have Ambush either. So right now, the deck is missing the 2 pretty much best cards in the deck that will make your plays pretty much unstoppable. And that's why I am saying that this deck is in a very beta state form, and when you guys throw those hate comments up here, I'll understand. So yeah, double Breakthrough to take up space, Solemn Warning, take up space, Ring of Destruction, Bottomless, Compulse, Mirror Force, and Wiretap. All those pretty much are to take up space. The extra deck is pretty much solid, because most of the time you're only going to be going into your fusions. One being El Shaddoll Construct. You don't go in this, it's just in there to take up space as of right now. I pulled this out of the Megatin. It has a little bit of a misprint. Let me see if I can just show you that. Over the L, it has a white dot as if it's missing ink. The purple ink, there you go, it focused. It's missing ink there, and I haven't asked anyone, like my, the judge at my locals, if he knows anything about that. I haven't seen any other of the constructs have this. If you guys can tell me anything, leave it in the comment section below, because that will really help me. But I have not seen any other constructs with that dot over the name, so if you guys can tell me, that would be helpful. But yeah, that's in there just in case I do happen to flash my extra deck that they think I'm playing Shaddolls. Again, we got our triple Kanahawk, which is pretty much the best one in the extra deck. The searchability with this card is literally bonkers. I've never used bonkers in my life, mainly because I saved it for this moment. I can't tell you the amount of crazy plays I've gotten off with this thing, not only on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, but again, since I was playing my friend's deck, I was able to play this deck in a very completed version instead of mine. And I was playing against Masked Heroes, and I wiped the floor with them, and it was ridiculous. I just kept going into combos, searching, going for Steeds, setting Steeds. Anytime he would activate anything, I would just, chain, bring out 2, or I would have, Apelios on the field, like I played triple Apelio, and, chain, both of those go back to the extra deck, and then I get 4 monsters on field. I can pop 4 of his cards, and they can't respond, pretty much. unless they have something that could stop me from doing that, like, I don't know, chaining vanities. And then 1 Ritual Beast ulti Petal Fin. I don't know if I'm running that at 2, but I feel like you only need 1 because you're only going to use this at, like, contact use, contact out, and come back in with a different one. But, yeah. That's pretty much why that's in there. So that's it for the fusions. And the extra deck is nowhere near complete. We got 1 Honor Arc. We got Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, which I got out of the tin. It's in there again, only to take space. Marrowgeist, Karen Gorgon, and that is the extra deck. As of right now, guys. And I'm using those KMC oversized sleeves on this extra deck as well. And then we got 1 Maxi in the side. So yeah, that's it, guys. I just wanted to do a quirky little video. I wanted to do, you know, recap for the Yosenju deck for the regional version. Sorry about that, guys. Just to show you guys what I'm going to be working with in the regionals. I don't know if I'm going to be vlogging the regionals because we have not gotten to 100 subscribers. We actually lost 1 subscriber, and I'm a little upset about that. But, you know, that's what happens when you don't go onto your channel for a while and kind of do what I did and take an entire week off. Because school kind of hit me hard. But anyway, sorry about that, guys, again. But I'm going to try my hardest to, you know, balance everything and make good videos for you guys and videos I find fun to make. So, anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, hit that like button as hard as you can and subscribe to my channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh! And gaming videos. And as always, hope you enjoyed.